Madden World, what it be like? It's your boy Fo, Xbox 720's the gamer tag on the PS4. This that double triple Madden OGs. We back for the 17. I fell back on 16, bro, because I just felt like we was already at the end of the year. Fuck it, man. I might as just wait. You know what I mean? So that's what I did. And we're gonna bring y'all some content. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started, man. Fuck the excuses. Let's just do our thing for the year. And you already know 3 tips today for the launch. Let's do it. All right. Now, what we're going to look at today is what you could probably call a money play. And what I mean by money to me is I feel like against cover 4, cover 3, cover 2, man coverage, I'm going to have an option to throw the football every single time. And it's going to take some actual work and adjustments for your opponent to slow this play down. Also, another thing that I feel like makes a play money is that you can use it as a base play and it can be schemed around. So when you start adding things in your toolbox like other passing plays out of the same formation, other running plays, things like that, it becomes very, very hard to stop this play. So we're gonna run out of the jumbo set, and what's good about playing single back this year is that you shouldn't, at least with the nano detection system, you shouldn't have to worry about defensive end B gaps. You shouldn't have to worry about A gap blitzing from the DT. So I mean, that's good. So you can start kind of diving back into those under center plays again. Don't get me wrong, now they can bring it from cornerback depth, they can bring it from linebacker depth, but if they're doing that for all the years we got nano blitz, bro, that shit is light. You gonna still be able to get the ball off. So we're gonna go ahead and jump into it. The play is mesh. If we looking at where I like my players on the field, all you really need is a tight end with some good route running. If you play regular teams, Redskins is a great team to use this with because they got 3 good tight ends. This team only has 1 good tight end. You don't really need your inside tight ends to be great. I think you need them to be decent though, because this year I've noticed that garbage players really fucking play garbage. They drop the football a whole lot. That's something that I've noticed. So we want to go ahead and call the play mesh. What I like to do anytime I'm setting up, we could play random, but what I think is the better play is to go ahead and start at a cover 4 and then play cover 3, play cover 2, play man coverage, you know, that kind of thing, so that I can show you that you can be effective from everything. So we'll go ahead and look at the play art right now, and as you can see, I mean, the play art is good as is. You can make some adjustments, but one thing that's great about this is if they are trying to set a blitz up with you, you can easily quick snap this play. So one of the things that I'm going to do is go ahead and show you what we're going to do. So first thing we're looking at Greg Olsen is we're going to motion him out. He's on this post route, and what we're going to get with this motion post is we're going to be able to emulate that same tight slots motion post, that tight offset TE out kind of post, out route from last year. We're going to be able to emulate that. And as you know, this year in 17, they have pretty much patched all of that shit. So the funniest part about it is I think tight slots, you can't even motion the players, some shit like that I heard. I hadn't actually went to it to go look, but I know a lot of these other plays, they have just changed how the route itself works and you can't get it off. This play that I labbed last year at the end of the year, it went untouched. So I'm going to show you how we're going to do this. We're going to go ahead and motion, wait till his hips turn, and as you can see, boom, he's going to get wide open, and this is against cover 4. So we'll do it one more time, show you wasn't a fluke. Wait till his hips turn, he gets the speed burst, and boom, you got to catch every single time. Now I know you know the obvious things are, which we love. We got these automatic, we got these drag routes on the field, so we're going to be able to dump off to these drag routes very easily, and probably in a cover 4 my favorite, and a cover 3 my favorite drag route to hit is going to be Dixon right here. As you can see, he's going to get a lot of yardage because that C route that Benjamin is on is going to basically pull everything up the field, and Dixon's going to get wide open. So now we'll go ahead and move to a cover 3 and show you we'll get the same outcome. Same thing. And depending on when you throw it, how your quarterback throws it is going to be kind of the result you get. We'll try it again. Like this hips turn. As you can see, that linebacker's trying to get out a little bit more now, trying to play it, but I mean, he still can't. So I know what you're thinking. Why not just put a flat out there, right? So let's say we just put a flat out, because I know last year I was killing players with this, and they would just try to put a flat out onto the field, is what I noticed. So one of the things that you want to do as a player is you don't want to be a one-trick pony. That's why we wanted to talk about adjustments. Even if they don't like put a flat out on the field, every now and then you just need to put Olsen on a fly route. I mean, he's 6'5", and that is what you're gonna get when they try to get aggressive and play the flat route. Let me go ahead and run that back. As you can see, I mean, you still had 3 deep blues, but the way that the deep blue is playing in the cover 4, that's not his part of the field. So as you can see, he'll just run up. You'll just throw an outside lob out there and you'll get it. But also, even without doing that, let's go ahead and run it back real quick. So it's just still in the cover 4. You want to go ahead and put this man on a fly route sometimes. You just want to do that. Just cause, you know? And I mean, don't get me wrong, he got picked off right there. I'm not really tripping. That's Pat Pete. We already know. But you just want to establish the fact that you are not going to be able to play a flat route over on that side. So if they're running a cover 3, you're going to get the one-on-one, and 6'5" versus 6'1", I'll take that. Also, another thing that you want to do from time to time is maybe put this guy on a slant, and then just hike, you know, and he's gonna come wide open right there. So just remember, I mean, the great part about this play is there's gonna be a lot open, and there's a lot to do with that motion player. He is the main focal point of your offense. So as you can see, basically everything pulled, like that hook zone drop down to the drag, and just coming right below it, boom, he's wide open in the cover 4. And that's, I mean, a cover 4 drop. So that's heavy coverage on the field. Now, let's go ahead and move on to cover 2. And when we look at cover 2, automatically, this is just by default going to give this play some problems. I can tell you that now. I've noticed that. But what we like to do against cover 2 is a couple of things, especially when we notice the opponent's playing it a lot. We want to drop off, try to get physical, see if we can pick up a couple extra yards there. We'll go ahead and call it again. But there's 2 adjustments I like to make that work pretty good against that, which, like I said, we can just drop off right there. But 2 things I like to do. Let's go ahead and put this out here, because I like this. Now what you can do is streak this player right here, and then you can actually motion out this player. Now when you do that, depending on the way that the cover 2 is set up, is dependent on how it's going to work. Because you see, they give you different type of flats this year. You got a hard flat, cloud flat, stuff like that. Now if they're playing a hard flat, then Olsen's going to be wide open. If you're playing a cloud flat, it's not as much of a guaranteed thing. But I want to show you something as I press the wrong button right there. If it's a cloud flat, though, that was the wrong read. Let me show you. If it's a cloud flat, you want to throw it to this tight end right here, because he's going to be wide open. As you can see, I tried to hit him, and that's why it lobbed up like that. But he's just going to be wide open because the cloud flat is actually going to take the deeper player this time. And you could also have taken the running back right there on the out. I just want to show you now in a cover 2 to where you can still be very, very effective if they are playing a cover 2. Now let's go ahead and get in the man, and we're going to wrap this up. So if they're playing man, we'll go ahead and motion them back in. If they're playing man, this is going to happen. And mind you, this is against Patrick Peterson, 93 speed, 90 plus man coverage. I mean, as good as you can get at this point in Madden against Greg Olsen, the slower player, but does have route running. He doesn't even have the route running advantage either. That's the thing. But he is still going to be able to get this. And we'll replay it real quick. So he doesn't really get a huge speed burst, I would say. But he is going to be able to get off the bump like every single time. He's not getting bumped, and that out route is just going to be there. And that's me calling like press. Now, if they just call man, then he's going to get even more separation because he's a little bit further back. And that's a potential touchdown. Now we want to look at some of the more obvious things when they do call man. When they do call man, now the C route on the other side of the field now becomes a huge factor. And let me go ahead and run that back. I don't have the best route running on this team, but you could definitely get better route runners, of course. Let me show you. Because they play C routes even better this year, I noticed. But boom, yeah. And that's basically what we wanted to show. You just have to anticipate the throw a little bit better this year than you did last year. Last year was a much easier throw. This year, it's just really timing. It's an anticipation throw. Now, I was doing this with Ladarius Green and Antonio Brown, and this play is basically unstoppable because Antonio Brown is going to kill every cornerback that tries to man him up, and then Ladarius Green is fast enough to get separation from any cornerback as well on the out route. If they are playing man-to-man, also remember that you have out here, you're also going to have your drag routes still get open. So anyway, that's the play. I mean, once you start like scheming this with halfback dive and all of this shit, now you start putting it together a little bit more. You know what I mean? I broke a big run, a big halfback dive run earlier that I recorded, but it is what it is. Anyway, that's the play in a nutshell. As you can see, boom, just like that. So that is essentially what can happen when you start scheming. So now they are worried. They're probably, your opponent's probably pulling people outside the box and trying to make sure he can get everything covered and all of that. And now you're just able to run because you have numbers on the inside because you're playing a jumbo. Anyway, that's it. I mean, that's the play. If you know some ways that we can make this play better, please comment at the very bottom. Other than that, like if you like the play, subscribe if you felt like I gave you some shit that you could actually use. Know what I mean? Or if you are going to take it into the lab, if you are going to use it, subscribe because you got it from your boy. Know what I mean? Anyway, double triple Madden OGs. This your boy Fo, Xbox 720. We out.